Hey guys, this is Chad Nash, and you are in the market to purchase a new home. And I'm going to tell you three things that you need to consider as you begin navigating your real estate journey. So, number one, determine your purchasing power, determine what you are pre-approved to buy. This is going to help you out immensely. You don't want to just start your home buying process, going on Zillow and finding dream homes, and then your dreams are deflated because you maybe can't afford a home, or you can afford a home, but you don't want to pay that payment. So find out what your purchasing power is. Connect with the lender first. I always say that's the most important person in the real estate journey. It's even more important than a realtor. Talk to a lender. I know it's intimidating, but it will do you a lot of good. Number two, find the right realtor. Now, there's four things that I want you to consider when you're talking about finding the right realtor. Number one, what is their experience? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that rookie agents are bad, or working with agents who've been doing real estate for 30 years is good. I think there's pros and cons to both approaches. It doesn't really matter about the years in real estate, but what does matter is, do they have experience? Have they been around the block? I'm going to tell you this right now. Transactions are tough. Escrow processes are tough. These journeys are tough. So you want to make sure you're not working with the realtor who's cutting their teeth on your transaction, and they're doing all their mistakes and their experience and their learning curve on your transaction. The investment is just too big. There's too much at risk to say, hey, I'm just going to give you your first deal, and then, hey, something happens, you end up sued, you get a home that didn't have the right inspections, you're losing out on $10,000, $20,000. That's a big mistake to just say, I'm just going to give somebody a try. So make sure experience. Production. Make sure that you're working with a realtor that has experience on both sides of the fence, on the real estate fence. Now, we have what they call listing agents, and you have what they call buying agents. Make sure that you get a realtor that does transactions on both sides. You don't want to get a listing. You don't want to get an agent that only does listings, because they may not really know how to work with buyers. At the same time, you don't want to get an agent that only works with buyers, because they don't know how to think like a listing agent. Try to get the best of both worlds. Try to get an agent that does both listings and purchases, and you'll be in a good space. Area. So this is really important. So if you're looking in a certain community or part of the city, make sure you're finding realtors, at least on the buy side, who work within that community, or at least within that part of the city, or they have familiarity with that part of the city. Don't say like you live on the south side of town. Don't go find a realtor that only works on the north side of town, because they don't know the insides and outsides of that particular neighborhood or that community. Also, with this, when you find realtors that work in certain communities, you can find great off-market deals, because they know the community, they have those connections, they know the sellers in that area, they know the other realtors in that area. So make that a strategy of yours. And then price point. You want to be very strategic. You're not just going to sit there and work with an agent that maybe if they're a luxury agent and you're in a non-luxury community. You have an agent whose average price point is $3 million, and you're trying to buy a $300,000 condo, and vice versa. You're working with an agent who only sells $400,000 homes, but you're looking for a property that's 2.5, $3 million. It just does not convert. There are two different cultures. There are two different experiences. So make sure that you have an agent that understands the price points and the type of homes that you're looking to purchase. Then last but not least, what is your showing experience going to be with that agent? So I'm going to tell you up front, all agents work differently. There's individual agents, there's agents with teams, there's agents who are not in production. So that means that they're not in the day-to-day operations of their real estate business. They're just there to bring in business. Understand up front what you're going to be getting with your agent. So are they going to be doing the showing process with you? Are they going to be writing the contracts for you? Or is there going to be a team to support you? If they're not available, do they have a team to get you into homes to see properties? All of this matters, right? Who's going to be there as your client experience throughout the escrow process? This matters, and you need to know that up front, because what you don't want to do is get into a process and feel like, hey, I'm being handed off to his team or her team, or B, because they were only one individual, we couldn't get into the houses that I wanted to see at a certain time, and I was on their schedule. So super, super important. All right, guys, if you guys are in the real estate market and you're about to begin your real estate journey, or you're thinking about home buying, I would love to be a resource for you. Reach out to me. We can set up some time to chat. Until then, I hope you guys are well, and we will talk soon.